you don't like it, don't watch it!
Thank you for your patronage.
Trial! Sinners, these crosses will be your gravestones! You will not—
He is completely insane. There is no mercy or salvation to be seen in his eyes.
The path of the fallen. How tragic. So this is what he has been enduring all alone.
He?
How pathetic.
There's no need to pity those whose humanity and minds have been consumed by the taint of the fallen.
Templar? A difficult opponent indeed.
You made it here in the end, Chaos.
I'm surprised to find a human unaffected by the fallen taint.
The fallen taint? Only those infirm of purpose are affected by something so trivial.
So this is what the Curia has been hiding in the dark? Forbidden experiments that combine humans with the fallen taint? The Chimera are the result of their failures.
Yes. This is the way for humans to surpass their own powers. Those with the willpower, like you and I, can harness the power for our own purpose.
But humans sometimes lose direction and become monsters like that Death Knight.
Still, sacrifices must be made. Right?
Beowulf, the power acquired through sacrifices is meaningless.
But we wanted the power to defeat the fallen gods. Our last hope.
Power.
Chaos?
Oh, it's nothing. Let's go.
We meet again, Chaos.
Now that's a repulsive face.
Oh, your stupidity and arrogance is what got your family killed.
What?
They didn't have to die, but your arrogance left a strong impression on me. So when I used the power of the Curia to launch the coup in the royal city, I had corruption kill your parents to teach you a lesson. It's a pity that you managed to kill that moron.
You must die! Answer me! Why did you launch a coup in the royal city? Why is your taint on the death priest in the palace?
Coup in the royal city? That's simple. The military and the people depend on the royal city. To undermine something so strong, doing it from the inside, always the easiest option. And the priest? It was just an exchange of favors. Hard to imagine, right? The oh-so-compassionate Cardinal made a deal with me in return for extending his life.
What?
Though the sword has pestilence pinned to the ground, he suddenly smiles and transforms into a shadow that shoots away.
Stop!
Esther hurls her longsword at the shadow. The longsword pierces the shadow before striking the ground beyond it with a metallic clang. However, in the distance, the black silhouette rises from the ground. Its features are obscured, but there is no mistaking the mocking attitude.
Pathetic, short-lived mortal. So fragile and powerless. Humans are no match for death in the end. I don't need to do a thing. All I have to do is stand by and watch you all slowly die out. As for the Cardinal, our deal is over. That puppet is of no further use to me. Perhaps the death of a Cardinal will have a greater impact on that of a coup. I am really looking forward to this.
The shadow slowly disappears with a derisive sneer.
The scum!
Follow him, Chaos. He's in far worse shape than he appears to be. Now is the best time to kill him.
are here, Chaos.
There is nothing in his cool tone to suggest panic at being exposed or guilt over his actions.
You're quite calm, Bragi. Where's Pestilence?
The sheer composure of the Cardinal in front of you even makes you feel a little uncertain. In response to your challenge, the Cardinal slowly shakes his head and opens his tightly clenched fist.
He is dead. It happened just then. His death was the result of serious injuries and a foolish attack.
Black dust pours between his fingers, revealing a glowing green essence.
He was not lying. Pestilence is dead. That's his divine essence right there. What an interesting human.
It seems that your transaction with him did not go too well.
Extra essence will come in useful for studying the power of the fallen gods.
He opens his other hand, revealing divine essence shaped like a block of ice. It is the essence of fear.
A control experiment is necessary for combining humans with the fallen taint. What can be a better research subject than a fallen god?
That's not something a man of the cloth should be doing.
What you said makes a look of sorrow come over the Cardinal's face.
The gods may have already abandoned their people. My countless prayers could not save the almost shattered destiny of mankind. Perhaps the shepherds have abandoned their flock, and are now simply waiting for us to die. But I refuse to give up. Mankind's survival should not require permission. They should have the power to write their own history. It is ironic, but I only discovered the true source of power after I turned my eyes away from the gods.
You mean the fallen gods?
Yes, the fallen gods that have been tormenting us for so long.
Innocent people were sacrificed in your transaction. Pestilence launched a coup in the royal city, and my parents were killed as a result.
Such sacrifices are nothing compared to the future of mankind. I am ready to accept all the blame.
Nobody can shoulder the burden of death, not even you.
Such great power. This is what we have been seeking, Chaos.
The pursuit of power will only lead to destruction if left unchecked.
Everyone knew what they were doing. Even the defilers you saw were devout in their prayers once.
The Cardinal struggles to his feet with a resolute yet compassionate expression. He points a withered finger at you.
We all felt lost once. We also struggled with despair. But in the end, we chose to continue. Tell me, Chaos, was I wrong? Were we wrong all along?
The pleas of the victims and the cackling of the defilers sound in your ears. You fall silent at the old man's words. You cannot foresee the future he chose or understand his helplessness. No one can judge a road paved with blood by pioneers burdened with guilt. Nevertheless, even as the old man struggles to stay standing in front of you, you can see in his eyes a refusal to admit defeat.
No one has the right to deliver judgment on those of you that chose to walk the path of thorns, carrying your guilt with you. You were forced to make a choice under great pressure, yet the choice you made was but a product of your own obsessions.
Obsession.
The trembling old man murmurs to himself, a flush coming over his pale face.
I don't mind that title, Chaos. It sounds a lot better than the likes of Executioner's Hand.
It is too much for the old man, and he sits back down. He claws at the air as if trying to seize the future he can see.
Life is so short. It is unfortunate, but the future that I dreamed of, I won't be here to see it. There is still a chance, though. Absorb the power of my soul, Chaos. I want to see the future you choose, even if it means becoming a demon.
Gradually, the light goes out of the old man's eyes. He sits there quietly and dies.
Yes. Fear and respect.
As you wish, Bragi.
The blue light flows into your body. The old man opened his heart to you in death. Fragments of the Cardinal's memories appear around you as illusory images.
This is...
The images show the hidden secrets of the soul research.
Hell? This is a record of hell, the place where the dead gather in the mortal world and the entrance of the underworld. This appears to be part of the preparations that the Cardinal made to resurrect the dead. Was he planning to seek redemption for his sins?
So this is what you were planning, Cardinal.
Chaos?
Let's head back and ask around about hell. What do you know of hell, Briss?
Hell? A wasteland abandoned by the gods. Why do you ask?
I hear that a way to resurrect the dead can be found there.
Resurrect the dead? Perhaps. They say hell is the entrance to the underworld. The entrance to the underworld is supposedly sealed, though.
Sealed? So that's why souls are being sent to Muspel.
Impossible. Only those tainted by the Fallen are sent there. That's Loki's realm, and those are his kind of people. Nowadays, when ordinary people die, their souls are drawn to hell. Say, have you been to Muspel?
Of course not.
Then you...
Briss's questioning is suddenly interrupted by a powerful tremor.
Finally, it is time. Awake at last. The prophecy will finally come true after centuries.
That rock. The Great Worm. It's come back to life.
The Great Worm emerges from the shattered rock and takes to the sky. As if reluctant to damage the settlement on the ground, the Great Worm folds its wings and shrinks in size before landing in front of you. The Great Worm peers down at the tiny creature in front of it with a hint of derision and interest.
Oh, you must be a descendant of Odin, tiny creature.
The monster in front of you speaks. You are the only one to understand its low growl. And you are shocked by what the Great Worm says.
Odin!
Has my memory failed me?
The Great Worm flaps its wings at your look of confusion and seems a little uncertain.
Maybe it's a different name. How long have I been asleep? No, I can sense the bloodline of the first oath sworn in you. The same oath that woke me from my slumber.
Oath? What oath?
It's a secret. Your tiny companion is related to him too.
How did you manage to see me?
The great worm delivers a derisive snort.
The tricks of those who call themselves gods do not fool me.
You...
Enough, Heimdall. So, what is your name?
You may refer to me as Nidhogg, puny Oathsworn.
Nidhogg? They say you turned into stone and fell into a deep sleep to watch over mankind.
Watch over mankind? I have better things to do. Some pathetic creatures turned up one day, and I just found their struggles to survive entertaining to watch. That's all. You, Oathsworn, tell me what trouble you now face. I hope it will amuse me. If you can pique my interest, I might consider fulfilling that oath.
If possible, then help me find Hell, the entrance to the underworld.
Hell? What an odd name. I do know where the entrance to the underworld is, though. I can smell the rotting stench of the entrance from here.
The huge creature shakes his head, and there's a glimmer of interest in its eyes.
Something strange seems to have awoken there. How interesting. I will take you there, Oathsworn. But don't expect me to help. I hate trouble. Seek me out when you're ready.
The church's dark secret. Learn of Hell's existence, the place where the spirits of the dead gather. Their master has now awakened. So the blood moon rises. A great worm will take you to those ruins.